Alright, I'm going to do a quick little comparison here because one thing that we notice when we're working with volumes of 3D solids and we're comparing a prism to a pyramid with the same base shape and the same height, there's a relationship that always exists. Now we can kind of see it if we look at the formula because here they both have area of the base times the height, but the only difference is my pyramid has a 1/3, and that's because it takes 3 pyramids to fill up that prism. So I just want to do some math here and show you that that relationship is still going to exist in the numbers and then kind of pull some extra stuff from there. So I'm going to start over with my prism. If I look at the area of the base, well, it's a rectangle or a square, so I'm going to do 2 times 2 because base times height is how I find that area. And then I'd multiply it by the height, which is going to be 6. Following of my order of operations, 2 times 2 is 4, times 6 is going to be 24. Now, I'm going to go ahead and predict that my pyramid over here is going to have a volume of 8. And that's because usually our pyramids, I say usually, always our pyramids are a third of that volume. So I'm going to go ahead before I even do the math, and I'm going to say that the volume is going to be 8. But let's check it out. So I have volume is 1/3, area of the base. Again, my base is a square, and it's a 2 by 2. And then my height is 6. Okay, now what I like to do when I'm working with this stuff, the less numbers I can take, the better. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take 1/3 of 6 because that goes in evenly. And 1/3 of 6 comes out to be 2. So that's going to leave me with volume is 2 times 2. I still have that parentheses, times 2. So 2 times 2 is going to give me 4. And 4 times 2 is going to give me that volume of 8, like I predicted. So what that goes to show you here is that no matter how you spin it, our pyramids are always 1/3 of the volume of our prism, or excuse me, our pyramids are always 1/3 the volume of the corresponding prisms. There we go. So let me kind of put all this work aside for a second. So say all this stuff wasn't here, and say I give you some new numbers. Right? Say I'm gonna tell you, just forget about the heights that we have, but I told you that the volume of this prism is 15. Knowing that the pyramid is going to be 1/3 of that volume, what do you think the volume might be? Well, if you said 5, you're right on the money. Because always, remember our pyramid, the only difference in the formula is that 1/3 area of the base times the height. So we assume that area of the base times height is 15, so for the pyramid, all I need to do extra is take 1/3 of that. So, big thing to pull away from it is our pyramids are always 1/3 of the volume of the prism that has a prism that has the same base and same height.